Yo, welcome in.
Excuse me. I'd like to brief you on the mission. There. I was beginning to... Excellent. Then This is the opera. Which is we need the catch is... I do. Our intelligence has... She works for the... You'd better hope so. Once you... That's where my... Eager to get going. Remember, I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UCC staff, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far. That's what I want. Anyway, now, that's easy to... We'll be monitored when you feel you... Beyond that, good luck.
Hello.
Pardon?
All right. Wait, while you're working on... If you find any record... Well, you better. I want data. For the sake of the settled... That miner's... if you've seen what I... That's all we're asking. Oh, before... Commander Akande? It's not generous, it's... All right. We've cleared your ship. That should do it. We'll be keeping them close if you're feeling free. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Yes? What?
I can't be a part of this.
Pardon. Excuse me.
I can't be a part of this.
Can we try and focus on the matter? Ah, there. I was beginning. Excellent. Then let's get right to it, shall we? This is the operations center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Which is we need eyes and ears inside. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and... I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson, that's where my... Eager to get going. Remember, I wouldn't expect any less. Look, as an undercover operator, allow yourself to... That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant. Now, get out. Good luck.
Excuse me.
All right. We don't have... While you're working on... If you find any record... Well, you better. I want data. For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on that... If you've seen what I've seen... That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, Commander Akande has all... It's not generous, it's... All right. We've cleared your ship. That should do it. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
talk with you.
Always nice to kick back in the broken spear after a long day.
Another day, another limb or digit to reattach due to an easily preventable work accident. Pardon. Well, I hope you never need it.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to... Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me? Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit. You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Keep your eyes peeled for signs of terror.
Unless you're here to serve... Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first. You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy. Pipe down! What the hell's the matter with you? You want to get us both thrown into lockup? Look, I don't know what that big-mouth Saoirse told you, but I keep who I run with a secret in public. And I suggest you do the same. Now, do you want my help moving your product, or not? Right down to business!
Well, this is utterly...
Now listen up. He probably spent it all on... Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos Miners' Court. Don't worry, you...
Things can get pretty glum around here.
Shooting at ghosts now? Why, that can't be a part of this.
something. Adler Kemp. Adler, you said? Look. Oh, I told him I'd pay. What? Look.
Perhaps he's...
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't... I might... well, I might be able to cash in a few of my Deimos shares. Please, tell Adler I'm...
Hope nothing bad comes to me.
Have something for me? There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem. Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates? That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you, too. Don't spend.
The UC Exchange is a great place to buy your
Over here.
Neva Mora. I have to say, if she's the finest that the Crimson Fleet has to offer, joining them might be a terrible mistake.
All right. And what are your intentions with these crewmen? I do not know who you are talking about. That is Devil's choice. Wait, you do not have to do that. Just give me more time to think. All right, I will do it. If it means saving my crew, I will do it. What? What? Come on, Dimitri. You can't be serious. Austin, I am sorry. I will make it quick. No, wait! What are you doing? God damn it, Dimitri, you... There. It is done. Now, you hold up your end of bargain and let us go.
If Rake's dead, that should satisfy Neva. But I wonder if the crew of the Regana will be able to
Austin is
endure.
dead.
Sometimes it's the
You got what you
survivors who
came for.
suffer the most.
Now do as you promised and leave. Then if you will kindly cease this communication, we will go ahead and deliver these supplies.
my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear? Get used to it. And now that you know the deal, I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Look at all of this. UC Sister certainly isn't taking the Crimson Fleet threat lightly.
I miss the sauna chats.
We intercepted your exchange with the Ragana. We're trying to confirm if the pilot really did kill Rake. But if so, what you did was uncalled for. You coerced the pilot into taking a crew member's life. He had no choice but to comply. You cannot simply pass off the burden of the job whenever it suits you. Understood? Well said. Let's hope the next time your actions match the integrity of your words. Now I want to make this crystal clear. You do what you can to stay in the fleet, but there is an ethical line we cannot cross. Do something like this again, and you're out. Permanently. But for now, we will continue with the briefing. Were you at least able to join the fleet? It's a dangerous plan, and you came awfully close to killing more than just Rake. Thankfully, you at least managed to spare the rest of the crew. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on a good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
Agreed. The last thing we need is to infiltrate the fleet, only to be kicked out because we've underestimated one of their people.
I don't disagree, but it's important to know your enemy, and the best way to defeat them. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success.
Back, Agent. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
Hello. Before you speak, are you okay with your voice being recorded? Okay.
Hail acknowledged. Dock where you like.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a
Fucking dumbass fucking father.
Steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grab jump or something? Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood. Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some
What?
backbone. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But, oh, pencils ready? This might look a little bit... Hell yeah, it is. Just watch your back when you do. Cred sticks tend to disappear around here, if you catch my meaning.
We'll be certain to keep a close watch.
Anyway.
No.
Is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh?
Hello, everyone. I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactic. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled systems.
Now,
His
we've got everything
ruthlessness
the
and
fleet
desire
needs
for
right
wealth
here.
has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list for every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself, Jasper Crix. Good evening, Mr. Crix.
What the hell is this?
Thank you for
All right, hang on,
accepting
Nav. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Yes, well, being blindfolded and then grab
I'm
jumped
trying
to
to
what
give a
appears
tour.
to be an abandoned
So you
mining
wanna tell me why those damn
facility
doors
isn't
are
exactly
sealed?
what I call an
It's
invitation.
called a malfunction.
Well,
You know, that thing
I'm
I
sure
spend
you're
most of
not
my day
surprised
dealing with.
that your
Believe me.
request for an interview would come with some very specific conditions.
Frankly, I was a bit
Even a few explosives. Occasionally. Just don't...
Dude, I just want to buy ammo. Let me buy. I don't want to fucking talk to your ugly ass.
Well, most people... Take your pick. Need more weapons or... Ammo? Come see me. You don't make it in this... Whatever you... Done here? Fine by me.
This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the lock. About 100 years... They were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, neighbor. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Elutra. Anyway, lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry. Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shitload of gear. She should have done her homework.
Rook, are you looking to start something?
Sure, laugh it
Because
up.
I'll finish it.
I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my
Weapons
story.
for all occasions. Just gotten a new shipment. All right, see what up. Looking to make quick work? Plenty of merchandise to choose from. All right, see you around.
Get to him later. Brooke, meet sir.
You don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way. Oh no.
Maybe. We haven't decided.
What do you need? First time visiting the Try not to get into... Be careful. I don't have endless supplies.
Okay. This is our final stop. Over there, you've got the last Nova. Mug serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and introduce
the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken. Since for Delgado, it's why he's the... Of course. Now, thanks to advanced modifications even Eugen would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us. The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core. If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, take the elevator to...
What can I help you with?
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
Better get a move
Ah,
before Dale
there's
sees
our
you
other new
slacking.
recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quit. You stay loyal, or you pay the consequences. Fleet be... Boss. Good.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. Since you two seem so eager, pack your cold weather gear, rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12
Crix's leg. We've got fresh eyes.
I hope you're right.
This Crix led the... Before Crix left the fleet, somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's Legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very... Crix left a lot of it.
When we get our hands on Crix's Legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Systef. Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship...